Shalom, shalom, Israel. Just bear with me real quick. Got some things I gotta do. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom. Before we get into this thing, let's give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. And of course, I want to give double honor where honor is due to the elders, the apostles, the elders, the captains, the bishops, and deacons, and Great Millstone, right? Starting with Elder Tahar on down, they've been ruling well through the Spirit, trying to push forth 100% of the Lord's doctrine to the best of their ability, and for the hopeful elect, four corners of the earth in different congregations. Lord willing, the Most High have you enduring this thing, whoever you may be, whether what camp you rep, Lord willing, the Most High have the hopeful elect endure. And for the other women and men that's not in the ministry, Lord willing, the Most High have mercy upon you, right, and bring you in this truth. And for the wives and the sisters that's playing a role as loving, silent wives, even, the single sisters, right? So Lord willing, this is edifying. Most likely in this live, we're going to just be showing current events. We're going to be showing little clip videos that we don't see often, but it's in plain sight. Give a few of the sense. So we're going to deal with a few videos. So Lord willing, this is edifying. And if you have any questions, you can definitely write them on the joint. If you have precepts, put them on the comment section, right? So I am going to share my screen, and we can get in there. Okay, I got it. So yes, you might not technically see me in the screen, but that's fine. You don't really have to see my face. We're going to go right into where we were going to go. We got some few videos that I'm gonna look at in my old Messenger page. But the first video we're gonna deal with, we're gonna start from the bottom up. We're gonna deal with Dragon Ball Super video, but it's really dealing with Project Bluebeam.
Another object in the sky. There have now been 3 objects shot down in a week, and there were worries that a fourth might have been spotted in Montana.
In the year 2024, a global event will alter the course of mankind's future. The world will stand witness to a massive alien invasion. Thousands of projected holographic alien warships will blanket the skies, sending people into a global panic. Real military crashes within the Hololens will inflict actual damage to the surrounding areas of Zelda. And as a result of the ensuing human chaos, a one-world government will immediately form without any resistance from the people. They will be the new world order. Once this happens, we as a people
Another.
Okay, so Project Bluebeam, very interesting, right? Project Bluebeam is really, I ain't gonna lie, is a deception mechanism, right? And a lot of our brothers and sisters will be confounded. Let's just look at the word deception. And I know some of y'all probably know, but just for edification's sake, deception, the action of deceiving someone, a thing that deceives, right? Deceit, right? Well, what you might think could be true is really a lie. Deception or falsehood is an act or statement that misleads, hides the truth, or promotes a belief, concept, or idea that is not true. It is often done for personal gain or advantage. Deception can involve dissimulation, propaganda, deceit of hand, as well as distraction, camouflage, or concealment, right? So when we talk about Project Bluebeam, they're going to really try to deceive a lot of people. And we know when the Lord comes, he's going to come after a lot of disaster, a lot of plagues that's going to be put on this place. Well, Esau is going to be, he's actually brutish. He's going to try to do the unthinkable before other prophecies is fulfilled. But guess what? They're going to even deceive the hopeful elect too, right? They're going to try to. So St. John, the 8th chapter, verse 44. And I'm going to read some in the KJV. And sometimes I might read KJV and NLT or KJV and GNT because I wanted to smack. If you contradict the word, I wanted to smack you upside the head. And I'm going to bring out that scripture too, just in case. Right? This is St. John chapter 8, verse 44. It says, Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. When he speak of a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. They enjoy deceiving y'all, right? It's a video I did a minute ago with a billionaire confessing if we find out that they were manipulating us, their plan wouldn't work. But if we don't know, we'll be sucked in the sunken place. Now, a lot of us are not waking up to understanding these things. Then you got some people, oh, I know they doing this, but they'll still be stuck in the sunken place because our adversary gives you comfort, right? Another precept, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13. I'm going to read it in NLT. It says, but evil people and imposters will flourish. They will deceive others and will themselves be deceived, right? Your adversaries is going to deceive others, and they're going to even deceive their own selves, right? And the ones that we think, oh, they're all buddy with us, they're evil people and they're imposters. You know what I'm saying? We have to look at things in a bigger picture, and you got to look at things in the spirit too, right? And after this last verse, I'm going to show you even more why brothers and sisters really should always try to move in the spirit to the best of their ability. We know that we slip, we fall short, but if you got faith like Humpty Dumpty, you better get your ass back up, right? I'm gonna read the NLT. I read KJV for you too. Isaiah 32:7. The instrument also of the troll are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. The smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil, right? So Project Bluebeam, that was created. Yes, oh yes, they made this. That was created to trick. Guess what? A scoundrel did it. They're evil because why would they try to create something to deceive people? You know what? What did we read for deception? For propaganda or for control, right? They plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor, even when the cause of the poor is just, right? Guess what? They're gonna still do these things, even if you're a righteous man. If you're trying to walk in righteousness, man or woman, this is still gonna affect you, right? They're gonna try to make as many tricks as they possibly can. Even if we was talking about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, even though they wasn't teaching what thus saith the Lord, they was teaching some shabba dabba hoo hoo and trying to bring you somewhere else. But they still was a threat, because back then most of our people were more conscious, and we were more together. Soon as they start putting that money, drugs, and then brothers start getting certain type of power, we started to grow into greed, right? And that's when we started to have a evil eye. So now this is the scripture I wanted to bring for any man or any woman. If you don't understand anything I'm going to say or bring out towards these videos or towards current events, you need to pay close attention to these few verses I'm going to bring out. This is Daniel, the 12th chapter, verse 10, right? And let me make sure you know which verse I'm at. It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand, right? Guess what? Even the wicked of our adversaries won't understand the shit that they're doing, right? Let alone the uprise of the truth growing. Right now, even our enemies is afraid of the truth coming out, because other articles we're going to bring out of banning the preaching of the word is going to eventually happen, but the wicked is not going to understand, right? Let alone they think if we keep doing this, we're going to stay in rulership, right? And there's a spirit on them to move in that certain way. But in another case in the scripture, the wicked none of the wicked shall understand. Even the wicked in Israel are not going to understand the scriptures. You might have family members that's enjoying their life. They're wearing name brand clothes. They traveling, they got foreign whips, you know what I'm saying? Smoking on the medical weed. Yeah. But guess what? None of the wicked shall understand what the hell is going on. They might see war. They might see disaster. Oh, everybody, y'all heard that earthquake, but they won't know. They won't understand Isaiah 29:6 because they're wicked. But the wise shall understand. I'll read in the NLT just to make sure you understand it. It says, many will be purified, cleansed, and refined by these trials, but the wicked will continue in their wickedness, right? 2/3 in the other nations, right? And none of them will understand. Only those who are wise will know what it means. That's why you want to pursue to always move in the spirit. You want to, even if you fallen. I know a lot of us, a wise man fall 7 times, but guess what? Get your butt back up, right? Isaiah 8:20. I'm gonna read straight in the NLT. It says, look to God's instructions and teachings. People who contradict his word are completely in the dark. So whoever is contradicting Yahweh Shema Shai's word, you're completely in the dark. If you believe the chariots, the Most High's vehicles, whirlwind, of a pillar of cloud, a pillar of fire is not the vehicles of the Lord, and you might say, hey, I'm part of one body. We don't believe in that. Or you could be any other congregation, or if you're not in a congregation and you don't, guess what? You contradicting the word. If you're an OT only and you don't think that Yahweh Shai is real, you're an OT only, right? If you think all people can be saved, you're really contradicting the word, because the word does not mean shows that nation will be saved. The word doesn't show all these nations will have a kingdom. Israel is going to have their own kingdom, right? By the power of their God, Yahweh Shema Shai. Yahweh Shema Shai is the God of Israel, let alone he is the power of the whole world, right? Anything that you take away or you try to add to the word, you are contradicting the word. Most of the things that's in the word is plain upon tables, right? But people who contradict the word are completely in the dark, right? So everything I bring out, just pay attention as much as you can. I'm trying to help me and you not be in the dark. So now we know Project Bluebeam is going to be something they're going to use to deceive people, right? So Lord willing, brothers and sisters can be prepared for Project Bluebeam, right? You want to do it. You want to be ready spiritually, mentally, and physically prepared. First of all, you have to be spiritually, because some people will fall out this truth, let alone a lot of us is falling out now, right? So now we're dealing with Project Bluebeam. You're going to see other videos in the future, right? Because they're all around, right? We're going to go to this one right here.
Only cost $50. Order your birth certificate. On your birth certificate, all birth certificates in this country will, on the bottom, it will tell you this is printed on security papers. Do not accept it, not on full color security paper. Then on the right-hand corner, you will always have a series of numbers, red numbers, printed on the birth certificate. Those numbers are a security stock exchange number on the World Stock Exchange. You go to any good stock office and ask them, check these numbers in your computer and see how much your stock is worth, the certificate. And they will check it on the New York Stock Exchange to find you. Your birth certificate is a stock on the stock exchange in America. Why? Because you are worth money to the international bank that bought you in 1930. We need to wake up. This is serious stuff.
There's a scripture I'm going to be bringing out anyways, again, because it's amazing what he said. Deuteronomy 28. The reason why I'm saying it's amazing, things that's in the dark, and when we actually come to want to serve the Lord will start making things that's in the dark. What we just read in Isaiah 8:20, if the Lord is allowing you to see what is being shown in the dark, and he's allowing you to see it in plain sight, that's the Lord trying to feed you, to wake you up out this bullshit, right? So for me, I want to always give thanks, to Yahweh Shema Shai for allowing me to be able to look between the lines. I got a Social Security card right now, right? This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Let me make sure y'all know where I'm at, right? It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness, in want of all things. He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed you, right? Yes, he do own you. He own you. You damn near worth money, profit, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to work for your enemies for hunger, thirst, and nakedness. You best believe it would be money involved on your working, right? A lot of us talk about reparations, clap, clap, bravo, but your Social Security shows you that they've been getting money before your child is even born. Just your child is just added on to the system. But just imagine you, your father and mother, grandmother, grandparents, great-great-grandparents, all the way back then. That's a whole record. I'm not going to think that they just throw this shit away. That's why a lot of people say some of these celebrities, they're worth more when they die. Let alone you already is profit. But when you become a celebrity and you making money and then, you saying all these great words, they know how to multiply it. Just like when you read in Matthew the 25th chapter, when he's giving them different talents, that's what Esau does. He bring you in the industry and he doubles his profit with you. And sometimes he do some strange thing. He'll have you do some strange things, right? To make sure he can double his profit, right? Psalms 83, a lot of people that read the word, Lord willing, you know what it says from verse 1 to 6. I'm going to read it in the NLT like I want it to smack us, right? So Psalms 83, verse 1, it says, I would just start here, a psalm of ops. O God, do not be silent. Do not be deaf. Do not be quiet. O Yahweh, don't you hear the uproar of your enemies? Don't you see that your arrogant enemies are rising up? And we see it every day. Yahweh Shema Shai's enemies, arrogant enemies, his adversaries are rising up, right? Keep speaking of new world order. They keep creating new inventions. And everything that they create is to keep you more into a hole. It says they deceive, Salaki, they devise crafty schemes against your people, right? They conspire against your precious ones. So they do crafty counsel for them to create Project Bluebeam, for them to mess with your damn food, for them to create a weather system control, to put it in freaking movies. They know you sleep and they put it in movies. Then they try to go in your Bible, which they say is not real, and use that in movies that they make. Your whole life is them creating crafty screams, right? But a lot of us is comfortable and we think money, having a house, you know what I'm saying? All clap, clap, bravo. You know what I'm saying? You can live a good life here, but serve Yahweh Shema Shai first. A lot of us enjoy our captivity and then we become our surroundings, right? Verse 4 says, come, they say, let us wipe out Israel as a nation. We will destroy the very memory of its existence, right? So all these nations are going to conspire to wipe them out. Yes, we have Ashkenazis and Amalek saying that they're Jewish, right? At the end of the day, you don't see Amalek or the Ashkenazi Jews in the corner of the street teaching in the highways and byways, right? And most of them go to Israel, but we won't see our land. Like, we're going to see our land, but the way that the Lord said we're going to see our land is when Hamashiach Yahushua takes us from this place and the dominion is stripped from all nations. Then we go back to our homeland is going to be rebuilt. How can they be there right now? Right? And this is why we have to look at their crafty schemes. We have to understand the Lord allowed to let Israel as a nation, be wiped out. If we come out and say we Hebrew Israelites, it become a problem. But they can walk around and say they Jews. What about the other part of the northern? What about the other part of Israel? Oh, the other part of Israel not here no more is only Jews. That wouldn't make sense, right? Verse 5, it says, yes, this was their anonymous decision. They signed a treaty as allies against you, for they consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They've been confederate before they had that Confederate flag. If we was to look from a generation to generation, especially dealing with Esau, they represent an eagle. Rome represents an eagle. Vatican represents an eagle. British, French, America, they represent eagles. Greece represents eagles. I'm using that because when you look in scriptures of Obadiah, Malachi, they describe an eagle for Edom. Verse 6, these Edomites, some people, Edomites is done, but you have to understand history. Go back to where do Edom derive from? It all starts from a foreign father, and then it goes down to descendants. So the father would be Esau. His nation is the people would be Edomites, right? Edom. Then you have the Ishmaelites, right? Those are descendants. Moabites and their descendants, the Hagarites, their descendants, the Africans, the Chinese, Muslims, Arabs, the Gabalites, the Ammonites, and the Amalekites, right? Those are the fake Jewish men and women, but Amalek is the grandson of Edom. So Amalekites are Edomites, plain, and they come from Shem, right? And people from Philistine and Tyre. So most of the nations that we really want to pay attention, that's the biggest enemies. You want to look at these six: the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Hagarites, the Gabalites, the Ammonites, the Amalekites. And a lot of these people that we just named, now we're in the modern time, a lot of them don't go by those names now. And that's one of the greatest deceptions. But the Lord allowed that to happen, right? So let's go to John 8:32. John 8:32, and it reads, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." That's why it's always good to watch current events, or even if you go on TikTok and you see somebody telling the truth about NASA, or they telling the truth about weather disasters or a new invention America made that could deceive people. It's good to talk about it, because you have to watch, therefore, and pray, because every man and every woman should be preparing themselves for the coming of Yahushua, not the coming of a new album, not the coming of a movie. Even though we're going to watch a movie, we're going to listen to an album. But every man that want to walk in the spirit, like Galatians 5:25, they're going to spiritually and mentally and physically prepare themselves for the coming of Hamashiach Yahushua. And that comes with much studying, right? Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And the truth is Hamashiach Yahushua. When you look at First Esdras, I think the 3rd chapter, verse 12, women is the strongest, but the truth take away the victory, right? That's why the truth, when you know the truth will make you free. Not free with no shackles, free spiritual, that they try to bind your damn spirit. They try to put a yoke on your damn mind, right? Your enemies don't want you to grow spiritually, right? Because we become a threat. Psalms 25 verse 5, lead me in thy truth, right? And teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Now, a lot of us be thinking stuff is just going to fall in your lap. Some of y'all do believe, yes, you could go in the Bible and read, but if you don't understand, this is why the Lord, every person, 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9, you always, when you require the Lord a message from God to know if it's right or what does this mean, you always went to a prophet. And there's nothing wrong with it, because Acts the 8th chapter, verse 29 to 23, you have Philip teach somebody because he didn't understand it. And this is why, actually, I'm going to go to that, because, we got to, especially when you want to serve the Lord, you can't be prideful, right? And for me to learn the Bible, to know what precepts and what to add, line up, getting corrected, shoot, I had to go to a seer too. And it could be seers that been in this longer than me or shorter than me, and they just putting more effort into studying and understanding things, right? This is Acts, the 8th chapter, verse 28. Was returning and sitting in his chariot, read Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to thy chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest? Right? This is in the New Testament. And he's reading the book of Isaiah. This is why so much you want to know the Old Testament to even understand the New, right? It says, and he said, how can I, except a man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him, right? If you really want to understand and be led right, you're going to want to be guided. And then when you guided here and there, then guess what? You take the trainer wheels off, and now you're able to teach it correctly. There's nothing wrong with that. The Lord is using the men of the Lord to make sure his message is truly coming out, right? Any man that don't want to learn or ask questions, then that means you'll hurry up and drop out of school, right? Now we're about to go to the next video. We seen this one right here. I think I had another video to go with it. Let me see. No, I didn't. So now we're about to go to the next one. And this one right here should open a lot of eyes. I'm going to probably use 2 videos for this one. I'm going to use 2 videos. 2, actually probably 3. Let me see. I might be using like three videos of this. I see my brother Yan Mayan in the place to be. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 joints just for that. So the first one, I'm gonna show you this one. You see, it knew her bank. It knew what her bank was, right? We got another one. Let me see. Where is it at? It's right here.
tattoo. So I'm wearing one here on my arm.
We have
Here.
a camera to get a.
This is a developmental system made by MC10. And it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. Now, let you hold it. Would you like to hold it?
I'll hold it.
Okay. So
You guys see it?
this pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch. It also has what amounts to an inside-out potato battery. When you swallow it, the acids in your stomach serve as the electrolyte, and they power it up, and then the switch goes on and off. And it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token. Yes, it's really true. So what this means is that becomes my first superpower. I really want this superpower. It means that my arms are like wires, my hands are like alligator clips. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated again. First superpower, like I want it. This is not science fiction. This pill is actually made by a company called Proteus. And they developed it for medical applications. That pill has been CE stamped and cleared by the FDA. You can take 30 of those tattoos.
So a lot of things that America do, they like to promote something, before it's all out, like bottled waters, a new candy, a new movie, a new clothing line. They promote, right? And of course, the number one scripture a lot of us always go to, especially the elders of Great Millstone and other brothers that follow to understand it, we go to Revelation, the 13th chapter, verse 16 to 17, and Revelations, the 14th chapter, verse 9 to 11. Understand, if you do take this mark, you're finished. Right, you're gonna have a beautiful day in that beautiful fire and brimstone. Right, so I'm gonna read something from Quora. This is a website when you see other people's point of views, right? And it's somebody named David McClan. It says, "Is the cashless society leading many to take the mark of the beast? The cashless society is a necessary step in preparation for the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast, by the way, is a concept based on a couple of short passages from Revelations, end of chapter 13 and start of chapter 14, which say that there will eventually be a one world government just before Yahushua returns, and the spiritual leader of that government will cause, basically they're trying to say another America will raise up another antichrist, right? Their own antichrist, right? Would say that there will eventually be a one world government just before Yahushua returns, and the spiritual leader of that government will cause people everywhere to get a mark put in their right hand or in their forehead, without which they will not be able to buy or sell. What we have used for centuries for buying and selling is cash or checks. Not all centuries, because even back then we were using gold and silver. But when you go into the modern time, yes, we were using cash, paper, right? Sometimes bills used to be way bigger back then, and checks. We have also progressed to credit cards, which, mostly a lot of people right now can relate to using credit cards, right? That's a fact. And it says, so all these would have to need Salaki. So all of these would need to be replaced with the mark, right? In order for the prophecy to come true, right? And a prophecy is really to predict what's going to happen in the future. So the mark, or this implanted charagma, which will be inserted into brothers and sisters in certain places in the world, they're already making moves on it, right? But it's not mandatory yet, right? And when it is mandatory, that's when people that don't agree, they're gonna know that it was a prophet amongst them. Anybody that's coming into the live right now, shalom, shalom, Lord willing, you stay until the end and you're edified, right? It says the question at the top of this post assumes that the mark of the beast is already here. Well, in a way it is. We already have the technology. It is already being used in many other forms of payment, which I showed you the first video. Somebody had it and they had, I don't know what bank it was, but that damn computer knew what bank that person was a part of. Even though it has not yet been implanted under the skin on a large scale, which it hasn't been, the technology of the mark is an RFID microchip. This microchip, which appears like a tiny golden circuit board on most credit and ID cards, has also been fashioned into a cylinder about the size of a grain of rice, which can be placed under the skin. It would be reasonable to refer to the microchip as the mark, even if it's not being implanted under the skin. Some countries are already trying to make it mandatory for people to use such a microchip for certain business transactions. So me, you, your mommy, your grandmother, we should be preparing for a digital currency and not a physical cash currency, right? Some of y'all might not believe it, but never take away. That's why you have to look between the lines. You went through gold and silver at a point in time. Then you left that and you started doing paper. Banks started getting created. Then you did paper and checks. Paper back then wasn't the same how it is now. And then they upgraded. Now we have color bills and all this and all of that. So if I believe that it was gold and silver back then, and this dollars, gold and all of that now, guess what? Is going to upgrade. Don't your computer, don't your phone upgrade. You might get an upgrade on a new car. Hey, I had a 2006 Mercedes-Benz, and now I got a 2023. That's an upgrade, right? America is going to have a big upgrade, right? So you've seen that. Before we go to any scripts, I'm going to bring out more something else just to back that up. A brother of mine, Bashar, had sent this in the chat. And it's dealing with the same thing we're talking about right now, right? I'm going to zoom up so y'all can see it clear. You can see clearly now. So it says microchip implants. I'm not going to read all of it. In 666, charagma, right? Which we find in Revelations, the 13th chapter, verse 16. If you look at the blue letter, you have to go see what the word mark is, right? It says there are many people out there pointing to implantable microchips, right? This is a prophecy which will come to fully pass, right? To fit the role of the mark of the beast, most of the time biblical evidence to support such claims is lacking. One may even begin to think that such support doesn't exist. But if we look closely at the Greek word directly associated with the mark of the beast, in this Greek word, such as epi or charagma and stigma, it becomes clear that the biblical support for such a mark is very strong. One of the most common claims one of the most common claims against a microchip implant is the mark of the beast is supposed to be on the hand or forehead and not in the hand or forehead, right? But when you actually read it in the actual verse, what do it say? Revelations 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. When you look in other translations, sometimes it says on the forehead or on the hand. Doesn't matter. That shit is still a physical mark, right? Right. And then they trying to show the same verses that I was going to bring out. Revelations, the 14th chapter, verse 9. I say 9 all the way to 11, but we'll read 9 to 10. It says, Salaki. It says, the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, right? Well, we already dealt with Caesar Borgia image, the false white Jesus picture, which is not real, but it's about a real man named Caesar Borgia. America's going to go to a big upgrade. From what I know and what I understand, this new image is not going to be Caesar Borgia, because right now America is creating one church, and it's called Chrislam, where they take the three major beliefs: Christianity, Judaism, and Muslim. I'm gonna say it again: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. They're gonna put it together and they're gonna call it Chrislam. So it's gonna be a new belief, a new image, whatever the hell that's gonna be, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture unto the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. It's going to be a lot that will take this charagma. Now, it is some brothers that might not take it, and they might not be in the truth, sisters and brothers. But I still don't want nobody to think, oh, just because I don't take the charagma, oh yes, I'm going to make it in the kingdom. Every man and every woman, you're going to be judged, or you're everything, reap what you sow, right? But this charagma is a very serious prophecy, right? In Revelations 20:4, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua. So it is going to be some men, or maybe some women too, that will be beheaded for the witness of Yahushua. People that won't disnounce the name and still proclaim Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? It's our Redeemer and our power. For the word of God, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years. So for us as men and women, right, you have to really choose who you're going to serve, right? As in for me in my household, I believe it's Joshua 20 and 15, or is it 24 and 15? Maybe it's 20 and 15 or 14. But like Joshua said, as in me, in my household, we're going to serve the Lord. Any one of y'all believe it's evil to serve Yahweh Shem Shai, you need to choose who you're going to serve. Matthew, I think 6 and 24. You can't serve two masters. It's either you're going to love money or you're going to love Yahweh Shem Shai. And all these other idols, that's where they come from. You feel me? So we can continue. See where we at. Like I said, I don't want to read all of this, like too much of it. Let's just see what the FRD, let's just see what this says, and we'll read this and then we'll go to the next slide, right? It says RFID implants, NFC payment, and the mark of the beast. Big brothers might be like, oh, why is he bringing this up, man? Let's just talk about Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Right? The reason why is because if you believe in the Bible, that means you believe in prophecies. We want prophecies to come. Say if you don't believe it's physical, right? So this is something that should be on your mind and be like, oh, I can't wait for this to come. Because say if it is physical, you're going to know that before me, Elder Tahar and many more, Dan Yala, Yaramayan, Sam, Asher, many other brothers, even Awan Gabar, and I could keep going, that have been saying it's physical. You're going to know and it's going to hit you. Damn, it was a prophet in the midst of me. So this is why you want to hear things like this, because they're promoting it in front of you, right? So it says, look around, the mark of the beast is everywhere. It appears in the media frequently, and it is began watched in the Nasquik. So like if I said it wrong, NASDAQ. Not only is it under the watchful eye of the discerning Christian, but it's also being scoped by the privacy advocate and the businessman alike, and it's become a fashion statement, right? It's a girl on YouTube. They call her the chip girl. And she makes it a fashion statement. How can I boast such claims? Simple. RFID, radio frequency identification, and near field communication, NFC payments are currently the prime candidate for this beastly technology. These tiny wonders have already been implanted in the body to use as a form of payment. Now, let me Salakia. I don't know, was this the video? No, she didn't show it. Let me see if because there's another video where they kind of show you. Where is it at? Is it this one? Let me make sure. Is it this one?
It's a project first dreamed up by the military to get information from the battlefield.
They call it.
Now, this is not going in the implant, but I'm pushing, because this is another video I'm going to do too. But I just wanted to show, because technology, when we talk about an implant, those implants, they use them in certain machines. So that implant already been here. It just wasn't human trials. But you got Sweden, I believe. It's already in Sweden, right? But when you see this video, this clip I'm about to show you now, America has technology that a lot of people haven't even seen, right? And you have to know, this is what our the rulers of this place, let alone the world, they're always trying to find the new best thing, a new way to control, a new way to observe and watch. So Lord willing, this shocks you too, just like it did me.
Smart dust. And with new technology, may soon make it possible to keep track of anything, anywhere, including you.
Smart dust originated with DARPA back in the 90s. This powder-sized chip is something called the Mu chip from Hitachi. It's the smallest commercially available RFID system in the world. You can literally scatter this stuff like dust or embed this into a sheet of paper. It doesn't require a battery. Flecks of computing power settling on your skin, ingested, monitoring you inside and out.
The nanoparticles are designed to go under the radar of the immune system. And so they are undetected in the body.
We have computing everywhere, we have connectivity everywhere, we have infrastructure that can compute those with new capabilities.
It's a project.
So you don't have to take my word for it. Technology is on a highest level it can possibly be, but guess what? It's going to continue to grow, right?
Very strange. You can't even walk in Whole Foods unless you go through this machine.
And you already seen the video that I showed when the person went in the store and they scanned their hands. It's showing you in order to they're trying to make this eventually in many stores, but that in order to go shopping, you have to scan your hand. You can't get in there if you don't got the new hand scanning.
I need my own QR code. How do I get my own QR code? How do I get my own QR code? I mean, I have to have my own QR code for the What do they do? They just what? What are
those who have scans.
And those who have products?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi scans the products.
Whoa, this is the future of grocery stores? Whoa. Who did this first? Where in California?
You want the first one? New York City?
And the funniest, like, it's crazy now that I'm thinking about it. It's a brother, Alwan Gabar, that did a video to this, right? Lord willing, I can get it. And if I can't, I would just probably have to go to my video to get it, because I did like a lammy back to his video. And we're already seeing what our adversaries is already creating. So I'm going to try to look for this video. If I can't, Lord willing, you still got it, right? I mean, Lord willing, you still got the understanding. Let me see. Utopia, don't listen. Lord willing, I can find it. I might not be able to. I have a lot of videos. I don't know where it would be under. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna let me. And plus, my dang, you see my computer having a freaking weird glitch now. Dang, just when I thought I had it. don't know, but maybe this might be the video. What the heck? Shit is terrible, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why is my freaking computer doing this. I think this is it. I don't know if it is. I think it is. It's saying RFID chip, so I'm thinking it is.
Also on Instagram, and then came across this article from No Jumper.
When you're patient,
So Lord, whether you pay attention. You gotta pay attention to that.
So you seen what we seen at the store, right? So now look at this commercial. This commercial dates back in 2006. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai for allowing me to be able to see Alwan Gabar's video, let alone Dan Yala's and Yarmayan our RFID chip video. So I'm about to play
To every detail. So this commercial dates back to the year 2006. Now it's another video type of dude. Just want to make sure y'all can tell he's in the store. This man is in the store. Hold on. I gotta take that preset off. It do look like he's still. It look like he's still. Excuse me, sir. Forgot your receipt.
Checkout lines. He needs them.
Have a nice day.
Yes.
So when we go back to here, checkout lines. Who need them? Who needs a checkout line where you could just scan your hand? You did not see that man go to a register. You did not see him pay shit. So how the hell he get a receipt? It's because it's scanned. And then you seen the other video that I showed. The other video, where is it at? The other video with the little clips. I mean, with the these little cell things.
The project first dreamed up by the military to get information from the battlefield.
This video when they were creating little drinks smaller than salt, that it's easy to get put in your body and they can track where you at. You know, you got to know that technology is crazy. Where this man, he didn't scan nothing. He just walked through in a machine. A machine scanned him itself. I know Jake not ready for that. You got niggas that show me a drug dealer that's ready for that. They're not ready for that. But some of you drug dealers that and you brothers and sisters that love this world, or I stay want to wear Gucci, the way that a lot of our brothers and sisters move in this society, y'all would take the Karaga. I don't care how anybody felt. I believe you would. Hey, but who am I? I ain't nothing. So since we did this video, Sydney Dell, right? Cells, I'm going to bring out Salaki. I'm gonna bring out 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Second Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Unless Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. The only ones that's not going to be ignorant is the ones that's not going to be stuck in loving this world. I'm not you, any man, any woman. Y'all can have fun. Y'all can do what you want. But every man and woman should have in their heart Yahweh Shema Shai first. One brother that I seen do a video last week, and it's going to always be in my mind. While we in this captivity, we should be living simple lives. Stop trying to look like your adversary or try to be like P. Diddy, Lil Wayne, especially if you're really trying to serve the Lord, because I ain't going to lie. You'll get attached to those things and you won't be able to let it go. Let's go to Psalms 64. And I'm going to probably read this one in the NLTZ. Verse 1 to 7. It says, "O God, listen to my complaint. Protect my life from my enemies' threats. Hide me from the plots of the evil mob." Your adversaries, the adversaries of the Lord, is an evil mob, right? "From this gang of wrongdoers." They are a gang. And they didn't talk about Bloods and Crips. Your adversaries been a gang. "They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim their bitter words like arrows," right? And it's the same how they try to kill Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all the leaders, even though that was Yahweh Shema Shai, because those leaders wasn't really, they were leading us to a freaking burning bush. Anything taking you away from the Lord, sorry, a burning bush. You know what I'm saying? But the enemy don't want that rise up, you know? And now the men of the Lord is rising up back into their true culture, teaching his word through the spirit. Things about to get revealed. They're going to ban the Bible. They shoot from ambush at the innocent, attacking suddenly and fearlessly. They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask. So some of these traps and deceptions, they're trying to set them up secretly. And it's just going, you know, that Project Bluebeam, whenever they do the chariot invasion, alien invasion, that's going to be one of the most hilarious days, because a lot of us is going to fall for that. And it's good to hear it right now, because there's no ifs or buts. No man or no one, oh man, I never heard that. If you ain't trying to look, you're going to be caught in that, right? 2 more verses. "As they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are cunning, but Yahweh himself will shoot them with his arrows, with those lasers, and with those nukes, suddenly striking them down." That World War III is really the Lord's World War III. He's putting his spirit on our adversaries to make war, because guess what? That's going to be the last time these nations really rule. Right? The Lord is going to destroy all that they built. And they think it's just going to be a little small war. This is going to, the whole world is going to be involved in this. Right? Let's go to the next video, just talking about this destruction. This video right here might be a little more funny. And it kind of funny to the debate that Elazar, Gorilla Hebrew, had, when he was saying, oh, you guys speak of death and how Jesus is going to come back with love, but you're talking about war. Y'all must not really be reading your Bible. They think he going to come down with a rainbow. Hi. No, it's not going to work like that. So let's see. This is going to get a little laugh. Just a little laugh.
Come on, push the button!
If you see with the brother Zachariah, he put my message to Russia and China. And of course, in this video, we want to look at it as Chris Tucker and Ling Long Egg Roll, they're in America, right? And who he's talking to is whoever's in the movie, but it's supposed to be symbolic to what he's trying to say. Chris Tucker is trying to tell Russia and China.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Blow everybody up!
Yeah, blow everybody up.
Push the goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button.
man. It's beautiful. I'm happy for Ling Ling. You know, she want him to push that damn button. This is in the news article, March the 24th, which was 2 days ago, 2023. North Korea intercontinental ballistic missiles could strike central U.S. in just 33 minutes. Before I go to the next article, the best thing about this, right, before I even go to it, let me go to Luke. Let's go to Luke 21:36. 21 to 36. It says, wait, no, 21:36. So I said 26. It says, watch ye therefore, which you should be watching the news, watching your surroundings, watching when you say in scriptures, who is the adversaries? Let's look at those 6 nations and see what they up to, and pray always. All of us should be trying to pray, right? That ye may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, to stand before the Son of Man, which is Hamashiach Yahushua. So the famine of the word, a lot of y'all gonna be running to and fro when that happens. Race war, you know, that charagma, Jacob's trouble. A lot of y'all should be saying, man, I hope I can endure, but you niggas don't. Y'all want the Gucci and the Prada, man. I'm trying to endure. I'm trying to get rich. This shit is about to unfold, and please, man, this is our last time, man. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Let's go to another one of my favorites, when it talks about destroying this stupid ass place and any other rulership place. Revelations, the 18th chapter, and I'm gonna do verse 8 first. No. I start at 10. Let me get 10 and 19, and then we go to 8. So Revelations 18 and 10, it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, which is talking about that whore in Revelations, the 17th chapter, which is Great Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, which is America, right? Saying at last, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And this is Revelation, to reveal. That's what Revelation means, to reveal. So we're revealing that America is going to be destroyed in 1 hour, the best 60 minutes. And what did North Korea say? They had a ballistic missile that can strike Central America in less than 33 minutes. This place is going to be destroyed in 60 minutes. So imagine if one missile takes 33 minutes to get here, it's going to be other missiles that's going to be here. Because not one missile is going to destroy America. America is going to be a melting pot. It's going to be flamed. Right? So dropping down to, let me read verse 10. No, I read verse 10. Salaki. 19. I'll read verse 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? You know, and it says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city were made rich, all that had ships in the sea by her reason of costliness, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. Right? This place is going to be finito. It's going to bye-bye. When you look at NLT, it says, and they will weep and throw dust on their heads to show their grief. And they will cry out, how terrible for that great city. The ship owners became wealthy by transporting her great wealth on the seas. In a single moment, it is all gone. That single moment is 60 minutes, man, right? Going up to verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in 1 day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh Shem Yahushai, God who judgeth her, right? The day that this place is destroyed is going to be the best day for the Black and Latinos and Native community, right? Hey, and if you don't understand, like we said, Daniel 12 and 10, the wicked are not going to understand. Isaiah 8 and 20, who contradict his words are completely in the dark. If you can't get this, That's the Lord doing that. The Lord gave you a strong delusion. You're not going to believe this. And that's why this ministry is not for everybody. Me personally, I had to grow some spiritual, I don't even give a damn. So for me, anybody, if you really don't care, I really don't give a damn. Because a lot of us had a chance. I have a chance. And even while I'm teaching and when I'm reading, I have to double up even more. If I believe this is serious, I know it's serious. So even if I know, I got to double up. Just because my wife here, my wife is over there, kids is here. That's not, I love my family. I love every last one of them, from the oldest to the youngest, from London to Yaziah to London to Iwad to Noya to everybody around me. Wouldn't change neither one of them, right? Of course, I would change our flaws, the things that we done, but I wouldn't change nothing because every one of them motivates me to go even harder. The kingdom is promised, but not for everybody, right? I'm going to read something I brought out a long time ago, right? This is 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, if my app will load for me. All right, this is 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, verse 1. I'm reading the G&T, but KJV is way more solid. I'm just doing that because the words that you're going to hear from verse 1 to 4, it hits you. So it says, the angel replied, God Most High made this world for many people, but the future world for only a few. Ezra, let me give you an illustration. If you ask the earth, it will tell you that it produced a large amount of clay for pots, but only a small amount of gold dust. And that's the way it is with the present world. Many have been created, but only a few will be saved. And that few is out of the nation of Israel, the remnant, the hopeful elect. 144,000 and 1/3. 144,000 is just men, the elite men. 1/3 is the remnant of the men and the women and the children, right? And let alone even a few of people out of the other nations will be preserved to be slaves in the kingdom, servants, handmaids, and bondmen and bondwomen, just like how we were, right? But in righteousness. Verse 4, I said to myself, I must search for wisdom and try to understand. And this is what every man and every woman should be doing. You should be searching for wisdom and try to understand. Wisdom is Hamashiach Yahushua. So if you're not looking to better yourself, walk like your big brother, like he's saying Luke 3:35, whoever do the will of my Father is my brother, mother, and sister. Nobody should be coming in here trying to get friends. You should be building family. Because guess what family gonna do? They go, hey, yo, bro, you not on fire. Yo, bro, you haven't did a video. Yo, you really, brothers that don't feel like they should, they not teachers, come in this truth, not trying to be a teacher. Just stay a student. Try to be a frankincense smoke gatherer. But if you showing that you can be a teacher, you should stay on that same course. That's why the enemy is going to attack you when you want to teach and you want to get in the spirit, because you have a different spirit in you because you're a teacher. Just like somebody that just want to do music. I know brothers in the truth that just want to do music. You have to know spirits are going to be assigned just to tempt you, to have you fall off that high wheel, right? So you have to know many are created, but only few shall be saved. And if you want to be saved, you want to get in the kingdom, you must search for wisdom and try to understand it. When you're reading the KJV, it tells you to swallow down understanding and devour wisdom. So you have to devour this truth, devour this ministry, right? So let me show you another article. We already showed you this article, and I'll read I'll read some of it. A simulation run by Beijing Institute of Electronic System Engineering found that one of its missiles could hit the U.S. mainland within 1997 seconds. If not intercepted by U.S. missile defense, according to Business Insider, which is another video on YouTube that shows sometime if the United States have a malfunction situation, they won't be able to, because you have Russia and North Korea that this type of missile where it can't be detected. So if America cannot detect it, guess what? It's going to touch it. Just wave to America. It says the study simulated the firing of a I'm not going to even try myself on that one. Hwasong-Fo 15 missile from the central North Korean city of Suncheon towards Columbia, Missouri. Per the SCMP, the Hwasong-Fo 15 is two-stage, likely nuclear-capable missile with a operational range of up to 8,000 miles. That's about it. The U.S. Missile Defense would be alerted about 20 seconds after fire. Okay, so it says the study also said that the U.S. Missile Defense System would be alerted about 20 seconds after firing, and that the first interceptor missile would be launched around 11 minutes later. So America would probably use a defense bomb to go and blow that up before it get there. But I'm not gonna lie, Korea and them is trying to make their missiles undetected, right? So let's go to the next one. North Korea again. It says, and this is serious. This is serious. So, and I brought this out at camp last night. My brother Yarmayan was bringing it out very well. And then, we were just bringing out more articles just to show you the gospel is so serious. And this is why you should be watching. So it says, North Korea claims that it has just tested. This is North Korea a second time. They got a missile that can come here in 33 seconds. And now they just tested a radioactive tsunami weapon at sea. March 25th, 2023. This is yesterday. It says North Korea claimed Friday to have tested a nuclear-capable underwater drone designed to generate a gigantic radioactive tsunami that would destroy naval strike groups in ports. Analysts were skeptical that the device presents a major new threat, but the test underlines the North's commitment to raising nuclear threats. According to PBS, the test this week came as the United States reported plans to deploy aircraft carrier strike groups and other advanced assets to waters off the Korean peninsula. Military tensions are at a high point as the pace of both North Korea weapons tests in U.S. South Korea joint military exercise, because the U.S. and South Korea have like a little at their allies. North Korea don't like that, right? Exercise has accelerated in the past year in a cycle of tit for tat response, right? So I'm gonna show you the image of this. Look at that. And they'll use it when, like Battleship, like my brother said in the video yesterday, America has a very good a sea army. Like they're good. Their Navy SEAL is amazing, right? So if Korea use this, it will say if the U.S. is trying to shoot a bomb, and if this tsunami come that wave, when it hits them, even if they let it off, it's going to be misdirected. Let alone if they don't get their aim on point, that damn boat can go right underwater. And I ain't gonna lie, that is a crafty weapon. Hey, and we talking about North Korea, right? So now that y'all seen that, we're gonna go to somewhere else. We're gonna get out of that. We're gonna go to another video. Lord willing, that just made you.
Come on,
And so, the reason why I feel like through the spirit I must be Chris Tucker today, because I want to tell North Korea and Russia, blow us up, because Yahweh Shemel Shai, he got his hopeful elect. Either I am or am I not. regardless, he's still going to serve his hopeful elect. You want this place to be destroyed because a lot of our people are in derision. A lot of our people is lost in sleep. A lot of our people having a good time and not spiritually aligning. But it's okay. You don't have to take my word. Make God's word true and every man a liar.
Parmesan cheese grated right in front of you. But what about the grated Parmesan cheese you buy at the local supermarket?
You'd expect it's 100% cheese, right? Well, not so fast.
Freshly grated Parmesan tends to clump up and stick together like this.
So it turns out that many manufacturers add an additive called cellulose to keep Parmesan cheese from clumping up in a jar.
It's supposed to make it a breeze to sprinkle on your food.
So what is cellulose?
It's a harmless additive made from wood pulp. While a small amount of cellulose in grated Parmesan cheese may be necessary, it's cheap filler. So we wondered, is too much cellulose being slipped into your cheese without you knowing? We did some testing to find out.
We bought 34 samples.
So you see all of these that's on the screen, all of them have, I was about to say scoliosis. All of these Parmesan cheese has that product in it. Look closely. Let's zoom up. Not mine. All of these have that in it. All of these right here. You got Kraft's. I don't even like Kraft cheese because Kraft cheese is fake. That shit don't melt. But look closely at whatever you got. I can't even zoom up close enough. It's not too clear, but you see the names. Really watch which Parmesan cheese you got. Don't take my word for it. You know, I'm just trying to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, who am I? But it says pre-grated Parmesan cheese contains additive above FDA guideline. It's a cheap filler. So if it's cheap and it's added in, let alone, like one of my brothers said, oh man, this is just wood shaving. Now, even if it's wood shaving, you got to know who your adversaries is. You have, when some of our toothpaste got pork in it. Some of your toothbrush got pork bristles. Some of your footballs or basketball got pig leather on it. And they got this freaking meat glue. It's like a powder. And what they do is they can put beef and chicken, put it together, or lamb and pork, put it together, and you think that you just eating straight lamb, but it's really pork. Let alone, we got certain things that you can eat, and they say beef and pork. Now, when you see this meat glue, they probably was using the meat glue to put the beef and the chicken together, you know. And let alone, imagine how many times you eating it. And sometimes you have to know these things that's not meant to go in us, and then we're eating it every day, it's doing something to us. But of course, you know, our trust should be in Yahweh Hashem Shai. I got 2 verses for this, but we're just going to finish this real quick.
From major supermarkets as well as from major restaurant chains like Pizza Hut and Domino's. Then we sent the cheese off to IEH Labs in Seattle where they tested for cellulose. As a general rule, the FDA says there should be no more than 2% cellulose in grated Parmesan cheese.
So 2%. Well, who's to know? We can trust them to only have 2%.
The industry says they can have up to 4%.
FDA said 2%. These mofos said that they can have 4%. Let's see what else they say.
Results were shocking. 69% of the cheese we tested had more than the FDA recommends.
You see that? Each one that they tested had more than what the FDA approved of. Hey, if you feel conscious, if you feel smart enough, even though some people say, oh, don't be over righteous. Me personally, I'm not thinking that that's over righteous. You trying to protect what you putting in you. And if you got kids that love spaghetti, yum, yummity, yum, and it's crazy. I just ate spaghetti. I didn't have Parmesan cheese, but I just ate spaghetti. So I advise you, get your ass up off your couch because I love you. Throw that shit out. Throw it out. You better go get you a block of Parmesan cheese and grind that mother sucker up. You better make your own. I'll be honest. I'm going to say it one more time. Get your lazy butt up. Go in that refrigerator or that cabinet, your dresser, your drawer, even if it's in your makeup cabinet. Get that Parmesan cheese and throw that shit out. I in my case. Let me go to a precept. May the force be with you. Anybody that choose to still eat it. I love Parmesan cheese on spaghetti. Oh my goodness gracious. And I'm tight. I'm gonna really be tight. Now I can't, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. This is Deuteronomy. I brought this out earlier, but you got to bring it out again. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which Yahweh shall sin against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Guess what? This let me know I have to work for my enemy to just for me to eat, but let alone everything I'm eating, I got to watch. The Lord even tell you don't mix fabric. I got to watch what fabric I got on. I can't be naked out here. Then let alone the chemical spill. They telling people to watch, don't drink the water. Just like Flint, you cannot drink the water. Go to Africa, don't drink, or Mexico, don't drink the water. So everybody right now, it's a city. It's cities that got hit with that chemical spill. People is fighting over water. They had this on The Simpsons. They predicted this shit on The Simpsons, right? Your enemies want that. If like Bill Gates, he's owning so many farms. I'm telling you, they're about to start pushing fake food, which they already is. Did a video on it, but hey, you can just go search my page and find it for yourself. Let's go to another scripture, Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 10 to 13. 10 to 13. I'm gonna read it in the NLT just so it can smack you and we can, right? So it says, ration this cut to yourself 8 ounces of food for each day and eat it at set times. Then measure out a jar of water for each day and drink it at set times, right? So that means you have a balance on when you're going to eat and when you're going to drink and how much you're going to eat and how much you're going to drink. Not alone, hey, it might happen in Jacob trouble, right? It says, prepare and eat this food as you would barley cakes. While the people are watching, bake it over a fire using dry human dung as fuel, and then eat the bread. Then Yahweh said, this is how Israel will eat the foul bread in the Gentiles' land, to which I will banish them, right? And a lot of us, in the KJV, whether I will drive them. So wherever we're driven at, it's this YouTube video I was watching. And I believe it's Jake. I believe it's Jake in there. I highly doubt my YouTube is going to show me the video. It's so damn far. But it was a white dude that be tasting food in different countries. And what he did is he went to a place where minorities were at. Jake, from what I believe, they were living on water. And they had houses, on the water. And in order to travel, you had to get in boat. And the people in the city was throwing trash in the sewers, and all that sewer comes to the main water source. And their whole area is filled with garbage, how they living, you know what I'm saying? They can't eat the good of the good. Yes, they will have to go to the city, but the city is treating those people. Guess what? The Lord, he drove us all over here. He drove us in the hood, in the ghetto. You go to the white country, to the suburbs, things is working different over there. You know what I'm saying? Their milk is not the same. When I was in Elma, I only know my experience from what my foster dad used to say. Food out in the suburbs was different. You know what I'm saying? Some people say animal meat, when it's killed, it's not red, it's really brown. Well, I went animal hunting with my foster dad. Any type of meat that we was eating, chicken, even if it was deer or if it was beef, that it came after it was cleaned. I've seen the people cutting it up, cleaning it. It was red meat, right? But we're going to people to get our food where they process it. They put carbon dioxide in the containers so it can last longer, right? So a lot of us are eating defiled food, let alone we have white bread. White bread is damn near bleached, but that still don't take away from the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Now let's get into this other video. Right. Nope. Before we go to that, because we're talking about food, I have to show you this. Please pay attention. Please pay attention to this. This is some real live shit, man. It says, what did I just watch? Project Blue Sapphire create zombies with blue light on the brain. That goes into technology upgraded, right? When the one lady say when she put the chip in her, it made her do, she was able to do, I can connect with all the things I want, my TV, my car, my phone. So imagine when Esau advanced it, he can make what? Let's see.
We're looking at Oscar, the first human modular prototype that is able to live in various setups. What's going to happen is that I'm going to connect the brain.
The brain is a battery, just like Elon Musk. He wants to put implants in certain people's head that have body malfunctions, and when they use the implant, they will go to their regular self. So especially if it was a challenged child, he get the implant, he won't be challenged no more, right? But this right here is something, if we get dead chicken that you about to cook, you can put this battery on there or whatever the hell it is and insert it, and you can make it come to life. Dracula.
The heart module?
Frankenstein.
To activate the blood circulation. Now, the lung is going to start breathing. You can see both organs are now collaborating.
That shit breathing. Blue light on the brain. It's moving.
I can have a kidney module.
He added a kidney.
And if I have a limb module,
and he's acting a limb. And that would be
start
like
activating the organism to move. Now it's looking for the optimum temperature, which is 37 degrees. If I have another limb, Oscar will recognize it and benefit from new possibility.
These motherfuckers, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. Oh man, that's real shit. You can go look that up for your own natural self. That shit crazy right there. Man. Now this is
Tell us more about this bill. I mean, it sounds like a stretch even for California, a bill attacking free speech and freedom of religion.
There's 8 homosexual legislators, Democrats, all of them, who are sponsoring this bill. And AB 2943 would start by saying, okay, nobody can get counseling to overcome same-sex desires. Okay, so no help for adult children, adults who were molested as kids, now they're adults, and they say, I want help to overcome these feelings. No help for you. But because the bill is actually written in a part of the law that deals with consumer complaints, it actually says no goods or services can be sold for anything, any practice. It's very vague, very broad. Anything helping people overcome same-sex desires. So this is a pastor who's speaking. You pay a ticket to hear him speak. He speaks about overcoming same-sex desires. Hey, that could be outlawed. A church sells a book about overcoming same-sex desires. There's a sale, it's a transaction, that could be banned. So this is very expansive, very tyrannical, and absolutely squashing free speech, religious freedom, and basic choice of people. This is an anti-freedom, anti-American bill.
Wow. So I will have to go because it's more, I can give you the 3 precepts I got just for that to close that part out, but it's more articles out here for that same situation. Lord willing, this website will not act fugazi with me and allow me to find it. So lucky. It's another one in Utah. I keep saying Utah, where they're trying to ban the Bible too. A parent had a complaint and said that the Bible promotes inappropriate and pornographic things. Lord willing, this app will let me find it. But this is one right here. It says new proposed law would result in prison time for sharing the gospel in Israel. You know, in Israel, but it's going to get pushed worldwide, right? Because the bill we just watched, that's talking about in America. This is in Israel. It says, opinion. The Prime Minister of Israel is coming to the defense of Christians in the wake of the proposed law that will send believers to prison merely for sharing Yahushua's message in the Jewish state, according to a report from PNW. We will not advance any law against the Christian community, Benjamin Netanyahu, affectionately known as Bibi, announced Wednesday on Twitter. Right? Let me see if I can find the other one, right? It's another one. And Biden, they're going to try to cut on Biden. I think he's going to try to cut on air conditions too. It's they said they're running out of appliances that's in air conditioners. So they feel like they're going to have to stop. Wow. It says, damn, this is not the one I wanted, but it says young mother was chained by her husband and subjected to electric shocks for following Jesus. Damn. This was in March 21st. For leaving Islam to accept Christ. So she left Islam to accept Hamashiach. A young mother in Sudan was chained in her home, subjected to electrical shock at a psychiatric hospital and has lost her children. And local source said, according to the Christian Post, Teef, I don't want to, sorry, sister, the sister in the picture, I don't want to mess up your name. So I'm going to just say this one, Kaki, a 27-year-old mother of 4 in Omdurman, became a Christian on January the 27th after a relative told her about salvation through faith in Hamashiach, said the source, whose identifier is withheld for security reasons. Damn. Yo, the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, it's going, you know, even though a lot of our people in the world is following the wrong one, you know, Allah willing, they'll let me see this other one. There's another one I want to show you. Damn it, they keep doing this. Look, the same the Utah school district got kids eating bugs for assignment. And guess what? If I show you this other article, it's going to show you that Utah is going to try to ban the Bible. Let's see if they see this damn thing is keep playing with me. Stop it. I can't find it. This is crazy. Found it before that website started acting crazy. Utah school district considers banning the Bible after a parent complained that it contained inappropriate and pornographic material. March 23rd, 2023. I had to do it again, even though I did it at camp. I had to bring this out again. Anybody that's watching this and later on, you can comment on the comment section whenever you can. Have you seen any inappropriate or pornographic material in the Bible? And I'll be waiting, however long that take for people to answer. So it says a school district in Utah may ban the Holy Bible after a parent complained that it contained inappropriate and pornographic material and forced it to face committee review. According to a report from Fox News, on December 11th, the Davis School District received a petition from a parent to have the Bible removed from schools for being what the parent considers a sex-rated book. It's crazy she said that when a child was at school and he was reading a book and it was pushing homosexuality where two kids were making out. But they want to ban this, but they don't want to ban that book. Hey, that's cool. The petition of the parent requesting reviewed of the Bible was made available on Tuesday with the parent's name and address withheld. Actually, you know what? Just because they did that, I'm going to show you something. Lord willing, I can get it. If I can't, let me see if I can get it. Is it in here? It might not be in here. I'm going to have to go to my page. Let me see. There we go.
What in the Scooby-Doo shit is this?
These big nuts. He was a squirrel who had big nuts. His nutsack was so big that it would drag on the ground everywhere he went. Dee had a friend named Sarah who loved nuts. Sarah would go around town trying to put everyone's nuts in her mouth. Sarah loved how big Dee's nuts were. His nuts were her favorite. They were the biggest nuts she had ever seen. She would play with his nuts all day and sometimes even at night. Sometimes her mom would join. They would take turns holding these nuts at night. Sometimes Sarah would even try to put both of these nuts in her mouth at the same time. She would giggle, her face would turn red, and then his nuts would come flying out. One day,
what in the Scooby-Doo shit is this? Exactly. What in the Scooby-Doo is this shit? You understand? That's crazy. And they want to say the Bible, hey, I can give you scriptures, but I'm not going to say that this is some pornographic type shit. No, I ain't going to say that. But we can always go to the book of Judges and see certain things, but it's not graphic like if we went to Pornhub. I know you niggas know. I know about that website, X videos. But the Bible itself, no. And it's really another agenda. It has to be another agenda to it. Right? Maybe it was an Edomite woman and she read that she's an Edomite and she won't be saved and she just got mad. And so instead of saying, I'm an Edomite, we're not getting the kingdom, and started an uproar, she's just gonna make up some false bullshit. Right? But guess what? Anybody that believe in Yahweh Shema Shai and you know it's the famine of the word, just throw a 777 in the chat, man. Because I'm excited. I want to see the Bible get banned. Because the famine of the word coming. All you other simple-minded niggas that didn't want to hear the word, y'all just gonna talk about it. But I'm showing you prophecy. I have a brother that a brother that I knew in the world. I'm not gonna say his name, but if he ever watched this, he know who he is. He believed that this prophecy already happened, but ain't nothing new under the sun. And we're seeing it right now, and it's ushering in. And guess what? Anybody that contradict the word, like Isaiah 8:20 shows, they're going to be confounded when these things get fulfilled. They'll be like, damn, I was around a prophet, right? Amos chapter 8, verse 11 and 12, it says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. So people are going to go to and fro looking for the word. You niggas didn't want to look for it now. Y'all going to be looking for the men of the Lord. Y'all not going to be looking for a Bible. Y'all going to be looking for the men of the Lord. Right? Y'all going to be looking for the men of Salaki. Y'all going to be looking for the men of the Lord. Right? And guess what? You ain't going to have no luck looking for them. I got some other scriptures I want to bring, but that's fine. We're going to go to Acts, the 4th chapter. Let me see. Acts chapter 4, verse 18. And it reads, and they called, I'll start at 16 just to see what we talking about. I'll start at 14. It says, beholding the man which was healed, standing with them, they could say nothing against it. But when they had commanded them to go aside out of the council, they confirmed among themselves, saying, what shall we do to these men? For that indeed a notable miracle have been done by them, is manifest to all them that dwell in Jerusalem, and we cannot deny it. But that it spread no further among the people, let us straightly threaten them, that they may speak henceforth to no man in this name. And I'm not gonna lie, we're moving in the book of Acts in our time, right? Everything we doing, right? We're doing the same thing our forefathers had to, and this is what they're about to do. They're about to threaten the word. They might not say, I'm gonna kill you niggas, but they're gonna threaten that the word can't be teach. If we can't teach on the corner, that's going to take away the whole thing we've been doing. Yes, in Christianity, some of them outside, but the men of the Lord, their main ministry is like an evangelist. They're going out in the street teaching, thus saith the Lord, and not their own bullshit. When that word is taken, people, they might be looking for pastors. They might be looking for pastors, but when we want to be technical, all of these people are going to be looking for the men of the Lord. They're going to be looking for Elder Tahar. They're going to be looking for the men that said, "Hey, the word is going to be taken away, and y'all going to be going to and fro." Now, watch verse 18. And they called them and commanded them not to speak at all, nor teach in the name of Yahushai. Ever since Stratemeyer came out and say he believed in Yahushai, the freaking rabbi had to talk to him and say, hey, we don't believe that over here. And then I think he had to say something crafty. Well, I only say that just to debunk their doctrine. I don't know how you could debunk somebody's doctrine by saying you believe in Yahushai, but now when you're a rabbi, you want to say you don't. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's going to come when you cannot even say Yahabashim Yahushai. They don't want that, because Yahabashim Shai is about to destroy this place. And he's about to take down all these other nations. Right? 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. And it reads, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God. Right? This is why some men and some women might not understand the scriptures. You want to know why? It's because you move too natural. You move too much in the world. To really fully grasp this, Galatians 5:25, you got to walk and live in the Spirit. If you're not hungry to be in the Spirit, if you're not hungry for the word, you're not trying to devour it, guess what? You're not going to receive. Let's read it again. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. Let's look in the NLT. But people who aren't spiritual, people say, oh, I'm spiritual. What spiritual are you talking about? Spiritual as in what Yahabashim Shai say, or spiritual with chakras, hum diddy hum, or that Islam, or whatever, the stupid beliefs. Anything out of Yahweh Shema Shai is stupid belief. Yeah, you heard I said it. But people who aren't spiritual can't receive these truths from God's spirit. And that goes into Daniel 12:10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Just like Isaiah 8:20 in the NLT, look to Yahweh's instructions and teachings. People who contradict his word are completely in the dark, right? But people who are spiritual can't receive these truths from God's spirit. It will sound foolish to them, and they cannot understand it. For only those who are spiritual can understand what the spirit means, right? And shoot, you might as well put this precept, 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14, KJV, NLT, because you want to smack yourself. I want to be in the spirit. If I'm not in the spirit, guess what? I'm not going to ever get this. And I want to be a part of the Lord ministry, man. If the Lord, like, it's man, you be seeing brothers get taken off this thing and sisters, and you, oh man, damn, what if it could have been me? Galatians 5:25. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. NLT, since we are living by the spirit, which is spiritual, let us follow the spirit's leading every part of our lives. The same spirits that's on the righteous side that's giving you increase in knowledge, they're all of the same spirit, right? But when it's the wicked, they all come from Yahweh Shema Shai, but the wicked, the lazy, the boastful, the prideful, the proud, those are not the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's the left-hand side. But the Lord wants his chosen to be spiritual the way he sees fit, right? Call on Yahweh Shema Shai. Lord willing, that was edifying right there. I'm going to show you this video.
Watch closely. Watch closely.
And what are they doing? They're putting hormones and steroids in the food that you're eating right now. You know, most of your meat. But of course, you want to pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, man, for putting you in this truth. Because you got to think you already been eating this stuff. You already been drinking sink water, which is recycled from the toilet and the shower, regardless if you pee in it or shit in it. And we still here. A lot of y'all boil y'all eggs, not with bottled water, but the water from the sink. You probably made spaghetti and you boil those noodles from sink water. It's recycled. I don't care if it's turkey, chicken, or beef. If that chicken came out huge as hell, most likely they put hormones and steroids in it, right? Regardless if it was alive, that's going to stress the animal. But you seen in the end, they were putting steroids and hormones in the crabs. That's why some of you women and men be moving in y'all emotion and feelings too damn much. And they're putting the steroids. Why you think you got an attitude? Most of you niggas is beating your wives. Hey, yes, it's in you, but you have to think the food that you eating, the Lord is allowing whoever is wicked, that shit is taking a bigger toll on you, right? Beating the shit out your wife, like defunction her whole face, rearranging it. That's not a man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I don't see in scriptures where, like, say if your wife did some foul shit and you popped upside the head. I don't see in the scriptures you can't. I'm not saying that you should go do those things, right? But at the end of the day, it's a spirit on a man that's beating the shit out his wife, like literally, right? In the food, you gotta watch what you eat. So I'm on my mode. I don't want to eat meat all day, every day. You know, sometimes I might go a little bit of fruit, you know, just fruit, and maybe I just go fish. You see what they doing to the fish? I love my snapper. I'm getting my snapper, but it still make you be on a swivel. I can't just say let's stop eating fish, let's stop eating lamb. When you eat juice that say natural, guess what? When you look in the ingredients, they're putting this shit in there. So there's no way around it. When you take out one thing, it's going to be another. Look, I love Mentos. There's something in here. Buckley's is the best medicine. They took this down there off the market. But you have to look at the ingredients because that's going to tell you what's really in there. These right here is the new hot Cheetos. They don't have no enzymes in it. Most hot Cheetos got pork enzyme and beef enzyme. Usually when I check it, if it has 2 enzymes on it, it's most likely pork, right? But they put these in your chips. This don't have no pork enzymes in it. There's no enzymes in the ingredients. But you got to look at all these other ingredients. Some of these ingredients is names I don't even know, like disodium insonates. I don't even know, like I can probably say the word, but what is that? You understand? Dextrose, monosodium, like there's words in here that I can try to say. Riboflavin, like what is you talking about? Furious sulfate. Like some of these joints make you be like, I don't know about that. But guess what? Your power got to be in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? And sometimes it is good to sacrifice some things that you eat for the greater good of your damn body. Let me see what I got in here. We got this.
This is right here.
This is the boy section?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Is this the boy section too?
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me. Wow.
That's the boy section.
This is the boy section. Oh, hey, we got a boy shirt. Hold on. This is the boy section. We're in the boy section. Ma'am, is this? You gotta be kidding me. Is this the boy section too?
That is for boys.
Sorry, y'all. Y'all couldn't even see me showing the chips. So I'm gonna show my screen. Like I said, you gotta watch the ingredients because these motherfuckers, like Buckley's, this is the best medicine, you know. But you gotta think it's other things that they putting in this joint. Mentos, I like Mentos, man. But they'll have something in there that you should not, that maybe you shouldn't be having in your system all the damn time. Read ingredients. You never trust your enemy. These is hot Cheetos, but this is called Flamin' Hot Cheetos Tangy Chili Fusion, right? I know a lot of us, Jake, we love hot Cheetos. Now I'm a man. I go serious when it comes to ingredients. This right here don't have no enzymes in it. The ingredients, you might not be able to see it. You can take a picture of it. But this right here has no enzymes. They don't have one enzyme. They don't have 2 enzymes. But still, at the end of the day, it's ingredients in here that I can't damn near pronounce. What the hell is that? Always observe your enemy, because your enemy is always, just because you might stop eating Parmesan cheese, guess what? He got something else that got something else in it. You know what I'm saying? So we're in the hands of some wicked demons. Let alone, I love chicken wings. You know, chicken wings, you can have the small ones legit, but then you'll have a chicken wing that's big as hell. You be like, damn, what the fuck? Guess what? They probably was shooting steroids and hormones in that chicken butt, and it blew up the whole chicken. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So we have to observe our enemies, right? Let me get back to where we was at so y'all can re-see this video. This goes into Walmart, Target, or whatever the heck this place is. I'm going to read it. Her IG name, IMD. You see it on the screen. It says, it no longer is section boys and girls. You know, when you go to a store, say boys on the left and girls on the right, or right boy, however they do it. It just says kids. The employee should have just told her. Maybe her location just mixed up together, right? It says, I just went today, boys on one side and girls on the other side. But they took down the signs that say girls and boys. And it says kids. Kids don't shop. Parents do. Not really an agenda to push. No kids, but Target is really trying too hard to push in conclusion. Salaki, I don't know why I keep sending me down.
Now, if this ain't pushing the agenda, I don't know what is. This is sick. Target, do better. Yes, we're at Target. Look at this. So you can look like your sister. Isn't that something?
Kids shouldn't be, especially, like, even though you could probably put a little pizzazz on it or whatever, but, when we look at scripture, like women garments, women clothes, but now shit got even more crafty with these damn kin folks. I believe it's Deuteronomy 8:22. I believe. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18. What was it? Let me see. Is it 22 and 18? Let me see. Deuteronomy 8:22 and 18. I'm over here bugging. Yeah, this one goes into lying down with mankind, right? But I really want to go into wearing women clothing. Let me see. Where we at? Sorry, y'all. Precept got lost in the matrix. 2025. I knew it was in 2022. It had to 22:18. But Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5, it says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh thy power. And LT, a woman must not put on man's clothing, and a man must not wear women's clothing. Anyone who does this is detestable in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, your power. And I'm going to look up the word garment, because you got to think in back time, women were not wearing, where is it? Women wasn't wearing pants. Why the heck? I forgot how you do this translation. Conspiracy and cross. I forgot how you do it. Text commentary. Oh, here it goes. Salaki. Yeah, back then women were wearing dresses. So let's see.
Strong's H 8071. Simla.
Simla. Wrapper, mental, covering garment, garments, clothes, raiment, a cloth, raiment, clothes, garment, apparel, clothes. Sometimes when you look at garment and apparel, especially when you look at different scriptures, they will show you for a woman, her apparel is a dress, right? See right here, say right here. Through the idea of a covering, assuming the shape of the object beneath, a dress, especially a mantle, apparel, clothes, clothing, garment, raiment. So men should not put on a dress. Women shouldn't put on. What do men at that time to separate was breeches, pants. Women shouldn't do that. Which you got some women that's putting on briefs like men. You got women underwear, you got men underwear, you got men clothing, you got women clothing. Most women were covering their assets. You can't be wearing pants and say you're covering. Yes, you're covering your flesh, but niggas can still see it. Like, I'm not blind. I know brothers not blind. They can see a little booty from a big booty. Yes, in some dresses that's too tight, you can still see a woman that has a big booty, a little booty. Still, you can have the conscious decision to cover up with another fleece over the dress some type of way. But you know, Israel, they could be ignorant and not care. But hey, I can't make you. Let me see. And Deuteronomy 18:12, for all that do these things are abomination unto Yahweh, and because of these abominations, Yahweh thy power doeth drive them out from before thee. And hey, this is why we're in the predicament we're in. You know, and that this I would have did it, but I'm gonna just hold my speed. A lot of women that's grown in society and they want to be of the world, they get hit with that Isaiah chapter 3 curse right on top of their head. Let alone, actually, let me take that back. I should just bring it out. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring him out. And I'd rather you get smacked with it. So let's go to the G and Tizzle. We can go to Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. Where you at, Isaiah? Isaiah chapter 3. Isaiah chapter 3. We're gonna be done with this in a few minutes. I know I've been going mad long. Right. So you see where it say a woman to Salaki, a warning to the women of Jerusalem, which is the women of the 12 tribes of Israel. It says, Yahweh said, look how proud the women of Jerusalem are. They walk along with their noses in the air, right? Confident, I guess. They are always flirting. And I've seen sisters that, you got a sister that was married to a brother. I should have saved it. I forgot her name. Me and her brothers were just talking about it. She is married to a brother, and she felt she missed the single life because she want attention. She felt like she don't get enough attention. She been married for 10 plus years. And she talking about she want attention. She don't feel like she got it anymore. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our women is flirty, especially how she dressed. How can a woman really be a wife and then she walk outside showing half her booty? Look at Sierra. She half naked. From the way she dressed, it looked like she want to fuck. Excuse my language. That's what it looked like. It says they take dainty little steps and the bracelets on their ankles jingle. And I will punish them. I will shave their heads and leave them bald. Damn, Jada Pinkett. Oh, let's look at Black China. You know what I'm saying? Some women really got that little disease curse on them that their hair can't grow. It says, a day is coming when Yahweh will take away from the women of Jerusalem everything they are so proud of. The ornaments they wear on their ankles and on their heads and on their necks and on their wrists. And he will take away their veils and their hats, the magic charms they wear on their arms and at their waist. And I mean, the rings they wear on their fingers and in their noses, all their fine robes, gowns, cloaks, and purses, their revealing garments, their linen handkerchiefs, in the scarves and the long veils they wear on their heads. It's going to be all taken away because you don't see a lot of our women embracing those things, let alone if we did, we would have to go to our adversaries to get those things. And I'm going to read some of these in the KJV, right? It says, instead of using perfumes, they will stink. So instead of a sweet smell, some of you women will smell like stinky panky. And let alone your Karuchi. It's a brother that went to the strip club somewhere in the United States, and he just so happened to put his mouth on her Karuchi, and this man has speed bumps all over his mouth. So that shows she must be stinky in the panky, right? Now she might not have a crab, but she must got a lobster down there. It says, instead of fine belts, they will wear coarse ropes. Instead of having beautiful hair, they will be bald. Hey, instead of having their own natural hair, guess what they go? They're going to be wearing that lace fronts and those damn wigs, right? Instead of fine clothes, they will be dressed in rags. Their beauty will be turned to shame. Guess what? Jacob Trouble coming. All you little glam, these scriptures is for you. All you glam, Nicki Minaj little buckets. Y'all gonna wish oh man, I wish I had my makeup. Ooh, I wish I had my Chanel perfume. Like, yo, Jacob Trouble, man, if you haven't smelled the stanky panky, Jacob Trouble come, you gonna smell a stanky panky. You know what I'm saying? It says, men of the city, yes, even the strongest men will be killed in war. The city gates will mourn and cry, and the city itself will be like a woman sitting on the ground, stripped naked. Right? Let me go here. KJ Vizzle with the tizzle. It's the same thing. Same thing, but verse 24, it says, and it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher and girdle of sackcloth, and a burning instead of beauty, right? And that is, like I say, shame will be replaced. Shame will replace her beauty. Let alone, when I think of burning instead of beauty, she's going to let it burn like Usher. She's going to have, I was about to say charagma, but she's going to have chlamydia, right? Women, that's why even when you look at certain diseases, some different sects have different things. But women are going to be ashamed at that time instead of their beauty being, oh my goodness, she's amazing. That's why right now a lot of women should want to move virtuous, have that spirit of being adored, right? Being modest, being shamefaced. Because when Jacob Trouble come, all those things are going to be needed. Right? And men shall fall by the sword, thy mighty in the war. Right? So that's right there. I got another one. I think, let's see. Oh, this is to go to close out the Bible situation that they're gonna restrict the Bible. I'm gonna read this brother right here from HOI, man. Har Mawathan, right? It says, coming to America, Amos 8:11, which I read earlier. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but the hearing of the word of Yahweh. And it says, Israel introduces bill to outlaw, teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, who the world ignorantly calls, but his real name is Hamashiach Yahushai, sentence violators to prison. So you'll go to prison if you're trying to teach, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I got to get this loud. Let me reload.
A big story just before days before Palm Sunday, Good Friday, and Easter. Sacred time for Christians. Two ultra-Orthodox members of Prime Minister Netanyahu's coalition have introduced a bill that would punish believers for sharing the gospel of Jesus with prison time. United Torah Judaism Knesset members Moshe Gafni and Yaakov Asher introduced legislation last week, making it illegal to share in conversation or produce content online, in print, or by mail. Their explanation of the bill emphasizes a warning to stop Christians in particular.
The punishment, 1 year in prison or 2 years for sharing with someone under the age of 18.
Yep, and that even goes into the Acts 4:18, right? Just like in the time of the apostles, you keep doing what you're doing, but just don't pronounce the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But for me, my household, we gonna serve the Lord. I can give a damn. We gonna keep saying Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Lord willing, because the Lord could take me out of here faster than 1, 2, 3. Right? It's your brother Dar Gabar. This was, a current event situation. And in the title, it even says we should always be watching our surroundings and our fucking enemies. Excuse my language, but I had to be real. You should always want to watch what your fucking enemy is doing. Always. It could be a little video. You want to go deep. If you're looking at the news and you think they lying, go download these apps. You got End Time headlines. You got CNN. What else I got? Let me see. CNN, New York Post. And if you get New York Times, they're going to make you pay. So you ain't going to be able to see too much. So End Time headlines, New York Post, CNN, get those apps, and then go on YouTube. Even subscribe to the End Time headlines. And it's other YouTube joints like journalists that be telling things like Redacted. They tell you news before it even get on TV. And if it's not on TV, these journalists is bringing it out. And it helps for the ministry because we should be watching, right? So until next time, Lord willing, this was edifying to whoever is watching. Call Lord Yahweh Shema Shai by Shema Kakodash. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is who the world and he calls Jesus the Christ. Until next time, Kwam Yasharala Shalom.